This video is for the two people out there who are interested in using the bgarrega quality of life patch by these two people. The how to use instructions are not detailed enough in its current state. All it tells you to do is to use the IPS patcher to patch the PRG bin folders and, paste over them and then run it. And then, mame won't complain, you'll just be able to do it. The problem is that that's not the case. So before we even start anything, get your bgarrega zip, unzip that shit, have it open and modifiable so you can delete or move or whatever. Then have the download of the patches master open as well. All you got to worry about is this. Everything else here is not for you. You do not need to worry about that. These are the only two things you'll need to get this thing working. After that, you have to download mame. I previously tried this with retroarch, but retroarch doesn't let the patch use its full extent. The patch was made for mame, and if you do it in retroarch, all it'll give you is the bonus ships that you don't have to type in the code for. So you have to use mame. So go online, search up ROM patcher. I use the first one that appeared. It is an online one. And you'll open it and it'll look like this. In the settings, by default, it will have everything unticked at this bottom button. To make the output what you want it to be, which is, a patched version of the existing bin, you'll pick your original ROM file. Then you'll go to the master and pick the one of the same name, but the .ips version. You want to make sure these two are ticked. If the output is prg0.ips, you've done it wrong. If it's prg0 in brackets patched.bin, you're getting there, but you want it to look exactly like this. You want to save it. You want to save it in your unzipped bgaregga folder. And if you've made a backup of it, you should be okay just replacing it. If not, then I recommend making a folder next to it that just says patched, and then saving it in there. And then once you've done the smart thing and kept it as a separate zip, the original one, from the modified version, you will then grab the modified one and paste over these two like this. Once they are pasted over, you will highlight them all and send them to a compressed zip folder, and you will name it bgaregga and have it look exactly the same as your original one. Obviously, it'd be better if you take it out or put it somewhere else or whatever, and then rename that bgaregga. You want it to be the exact same name, otherwise mame will not be able to identify it, and therefore you won't be able to launch it. Then you're going to go to where you have set up your mame, and you're just going to go into ROMs and you're just going to plop it in there. With it plopped into here, what most people will try and do is launch mame and then execute it from here. The problem is that it will check the checksum and stop you from playing the game. In the guide, it says to just ignore the fact that it says that the checksums are incorrect and just, ignore it and play. But you can't. Not from the main menu. What you have to do instead is have your mame folder open, click on the location bar, and then while it's highlighted blue, type in cmd, enter, and a command console will come up with the file directory of your mame. Now, all you need to do is type in mame.exe space bgaregga and press enter. This is how you bypass it. You cannot do it through mame, so you have to do it this way if I press any key, it will launch this version. But you're not done here yet. What you have to do next is, if you're using a normal version of MAME, you press tab to bring up the overlay. You go to your dip switches, and you turn stage edit to on. Then you go to previous menu, and you go to machine configuration, and whatever your previous one was, I believe Europe, you change it to Japan. And then from here, I believe you can do it here. Yeah, you can reset your system. It'll launch it like it did through the command prompt. And now, when you launch it, obviously you'll have your characters, but now you can see on top of the screen, we have our stats in the bottom left and in the top left. We've got everything we want to see. You can see my rank is going up as I'm collecting these bombs and as I'm shooting. It's working just like it should be. So that's how you get it working. I hope this helps somebody out who wanted to get this sort of thing working. Yeah, that's about it. So enjoy.